Good day, everyone around the globe, and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Eugene A2, and today we are going to be talking on financial literacy. Remember, this channel is just to help us in our financial life, how to stop bad habits like gambling and anything that could rupture our finances. So we are going to be talking about financial literacy today, some questions and answers. But this one is just going to be the part one of this topic, financial literacy. But we're going to just be talking on the part one, some questions and answers that we can ask and tell ourselves. So we start by empowering your financial future requires knowledge. Everything in life requires knowledge. You need to have a proper knowledge of what you want to do so that you can be able to you're going to be able to make the best out of it, and that applies to your financial future. So you need to have a good knowledge about your finances, so that your finances can last you for your future and even pass to your generation. Remember, I always say everything in life requires you to think generationally. Everything you do, you have to be able to pass it to your generation. Your thoughts, your decisions you make in life must be generational, so that it can be able to impact your generation positively. So financial freedom and independence are all achievable. They are goals that are achievable. So, but there are some secrets and some principles that govern this financial success. To attain this financial freedom, there are some principles and secrets that you need to know. Remember, financial freedom can never be gotten from luck or get rich quick scheme. There must be some principles you must follow to achieve this goal. So let's move on. Let's dive into the questions, some questions we need to ask ourselves. So the first one is, what is financial freedom? What is financial freedom? When you have enough income, having enough income to cover all your living expenses. You don't need to rely on anyone. You don't need to rely on any job. You don't need to depend on anything. You are free. You can make decisions by yourself. You can pursue your passion when you're financially free. So you're just having enough income to cover all living expenses. Your expenses, your monthly expenses, your daily expenses are supplied or are covered up by some of your passive income that you've generated. So your passive income exceeds your monthly expenses. There's no constraint, there's no pressure. You are just living life to its fullness. You make decisions based on what you desire, not making decisions based on the condition or the situation of the country. So that is what financial freedom means. It's having passive incomes, having other incomes that can be able to solve your financial needs. So it's the liberty to pursue your passion without financial worry. You are not worried about it. You can pursue your passion freely and not worrying about anything. So let's move on to the next slide. The next is financial independence. Financial independence. This now brings us to assets and liability. Assets generates enough income to cover your expenses. Asset is something that puts money into your pocket. Something you have that puts money into your pocket. While liability is something that takes money off your pocket and doesn't add anything to your pocket. So asset makes you become financially independent. So one of the ways to be financially independent is by acquiring assets. Landed property, investments, and so on and so forth. So you'll be able to live freely without actively working for money. Your money is working for you. That is, your assets are working for you. Your investments are working for you. Your properties are working for you. Your landed properties are working for you. Your money is working for you. Money only stays, one of the 5 laws of good. Money only comes to those who can manage it well. Money stays with those who can manage it well. because money will not allow you, money will not stay with you when you don't know how to manage it. When you spend it recklessly, it doesn't stay. Another is investment security. Investments provide long-term financial security for you. You'll be financially secure. You can be able to relax. You don't depend on any job, because once the job is taken from you, you are no more financially secured. Once they pay you, yes, a job can pay you 1 million, 2 million naira, but when the job is taken away from you, or when you are not paid, maybe you have a delay in payment, you find out that you are not financially secured. You are not financially secure. So, and achieving financial independence means retirement savings cover your annual spending. It's about building a secure future through smart investment. So, to be financially independent, you need to have assets. You need your money to be working for. You need to have investment, so that you can be able to achieve this goal. And it is possible. It is possible. It is possible. Let's move on to the next question. How to achieve this financial independence? This is where knowledge comes in. This is where you can't just say, yes, I want to go into a business. I go into the business, I make profit. What if some losses starts coming? How do you manage it? How do you keep track records? How do you be able to grow your businesses? The first one is budgeting. Having a track income and expenses diligently. There must be a book. That you must write your budget. Your budget for how you're going to spend it. Because if you don't have a budget, you are doomed to failure financially. You find out that you spend recklessly, you spend for what you don't plan for. And you do some things that and in life requires discipline. To be financially free, you need discipline. And this is one of the ways to achieve this financial independence. Budgeting. Have a track record of your expenses. No matter how small, even though you are being paid 5,000 naira, there must be a budget for that 5,000 naira. There must be a budget for. So as you are growing, you are becoming more disciplined in that your finances, and you find out that you'll be able to manage 5 million, 10 million, 100 million, like that. It all starts from small budgeting. The next one is saving. Build an emergency fund for 3 to 6 month expenses. You have to build an emergency fund. 3 to 6 months. Plan it. 3 to 6 months. There must be, so that if there's any hospital issue, any financial issue that requires, or even family issues, you could be able to solve them with ease, without going to borrow. And I'm not saying borrowing is, but you can turn your borrowing into something that will make more profit for you. You can turn your borrowing to something that will make more profit. That is another aspect. But build an emergency fund for 3 to 6 months expenses. Then you automate your saving contribution. This one is very, very paramount. Automate your saving. You could go to your bank, you could go to your investment platform. There should be an automatic transfer of your money for savings. So that's automating your savings, your contribution. It should be there. Even though if you are paid 100,000 naira, 20,000 naira for this, for savings, 30,000 naira for this investment, and the other one for this. So you can use this rule, 50-30-20 rule. 50% for your needs, 30% for your wants, 20% for your savings. So you have to prioritize building a financial safety net. This is the reason why I'm saying is so that you don't end up being in a financial mess. You don't end up being in a financial mess, going begging, or looking older than your age because of pressures of life. Because pressures of life must come. So you need to plan your finances, and no one will plan it for you. Even though you come from a rich family, you must prioritize your finances. You must plan. You must budget. You must save. You must invest, so that you'll be financially safe. you'll be financially safe. You don't run helter-skelter. If not, you end up anywhere maybe you keep spending on things, spending until you don't plan, you don't invest. You find out that before your money goes down the drain, you should just be like a twin. Poverty is easy to catch up with anyone, no matter how rich a person is. If money is not being put into your pocket, put into your bank account, or put into your investments, you find out that you start losing money, and poverty will be the end of the day for you. God forbid. That is not the portion of anyone. So in order not to say God forbid, plan your finances. So let's look at the second way to achieve financial independence. The second way is by investing in diverse business portfolios, diverse investment portfolios. You look at the first one, stocks. You could buy shares from a company, from companies that are doing well. There are a lot of companies doing well. Facebook, YouTube, X, banks, a lot of banks that are doing well. You buy stocks from them, and you get dividends for them, and you also get your capital investment, capital profits. As the capital grows, you get your profit from there also. So you can invest in stocks, invest in bonds, invest in mutual fund, index funds, invest in real estate. No matter how small, if it's 50,000 you have, put every day. Make it a point of duty to be financially disciplined with your finances. Make it a point of duty. I must put 50,000 at the end of every month for this, no matter how difficult it is. It's discipline. That is how you can achieve financial independence. Invest in stocks, invest in treasury bills, invest in real estate, invest in mutual funds. There are a lot of them. You can go check online, and you can even ask your stockbrokers. Could speak. Just make research, knowledge, go for knowledge, acquire knowledge about this to achieve this financial. Everyone needs financial independence, so that you don't get frustrated in life. If not, life will frustrate you. If you don't plan your finances, you need to plan your finances, and it needs to be generational, so that it can be passed on to your children. As you learn it, you pass it on to your children, so that they don't suffer. They don't suffer financially. One of the ways to be miserable in life is to suffer financially. So you need to achieve financial independence through these business portfolios. Spread your tentacles. Harness the power of compound interest. There's nothing like compound. It accelerates wealth and growth. So we all need this. Let's move on to the third way to achieve financial independence. The third way to achieve, you involve yourself with side hustles. What can I do? Where I am in, what problem can I solve? Can I be able to sell ideas to people? Can I be able to sell goods and services? Can I be able to carry out promotions for brands? There are a lot of brands, foreign brands, international brands in the US, UK, Canada, and various countries, even in your own country. You can be able to promote the businesses, some companies that you promote, do videos for them. Be an influencer, bring a brand influencer for them. Another way is learning new skills, and you can teach skills. I see some videos in which some of our young ones, they with the skill they've acquired, they teach it and they make money from it. People pay for knowledge, something that can be able to be impactful, and they see that they can make money from it. You leverage on it. Leverage existing skills for additional revenue. These are the ways money can come in. You have to minimize high interest debt, prioritizing credit cards and loans. Don't just go and take loans for pleasure. You don't take loans for pleasure. If peradventure you take loans to invest and make more money, not taking loans to be indebted. In such a way, you can't boost your progress. All these are very, very important ways to achieve financial independence. Engage in side hustles. No matter where you find yourself, there's always a problem to solve. Side hustles. If you want to sell, maybe you find yourself in a company, you can sell things inside the company to the staff, to your colleagues. You can sell to make little money. Each money counts. Each money counts. It compounds. That is the power of compounding. That is the power of compounding. It compounds. So this is. Let's move to the next slide. Let's move to the next slide. Key habits for financial success. You have to continue to learn, unlearn the bad. Continue to learn. You have to continue to learn. Continue to learn, unlearn the bad habits, and relearn. So you learn, unlearn, and relearn. You educate yourself, continuous learning about finances. Like I said about those investment platforms, spreading your investment. You learn about bonds. You learn about the mutual funds. You learn about so many things that could bring money to you. Learn about so many investments. Learn about skills. Just continue learning and have a mentor. Have someone who you look up to that can feature, that can help you grow financially. There are a lot of them. There are a lot of them. If you need them, you could just comment on the comment section, and I'll share them with you. Set goals. Define clear financial targets. Set goals for you. Have a 5-year plan, have a 10-year plan. Don't do something that is not generational. Don't do something that is just for the mere pleasure of it. That's instant gratification. Don't do something because of instant gratification. Have a delayed gratification because of the future. Because of how you'll be able to generate a lot of streams of income that will be paying you without you working. So just define clear financial targets for yourself. Have a 10-year goal, 5-year goal, 20-year goal. Have that, and have that for your family also. Let everything, every thought, every action, every decision you make be generational. Let it affect your children positively. Have a review. Adjust your plans regularly. Read books. Follow experts. Attend seminars. Just to develop your mind. Just to build up your mind. Just to improve yourself. Just to grow yourself. Set goals. Track records. And seek professional advice when it's needed. All these are very, very paramount. Remember, I said you learn, unlearn, and relearn. You understand by books. You grow. You understand by books. So let's move on to the next slide. So the summary of everything. This financial freedom is very much attainable. Don't say you can't attain. It can be attained. It all starts from discipline. You have to discipline yourself. Have a clear foresight of your future. Plan yourself. Constant planning, consistent planning, and follow what you've planned. Follow up with what you've planned, because that's something that limits people. They don't follow up. They just have a plan, and they don't work towards that plan. They don't they don't have consistent efforts towards that plan. Secure your financial future now. You can start today. The power to shape your destiny is in your hands. Begin your journey towards financial freedom and independence today. So I'm going to see you in the next video, and that will be the part 2 of this series that we've started. I hope this video was impactful towards you, and it's going to help you shape your financial life in Jesus' name. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to share. Don't forget to like. Thank you very much, and see you in my next video. Thank you very much.
Imagine not get the potential to obstruct.